This is a frightening experience I had about 20 years ago when I was 20 years old. At that time, I went to a technical school and had 4 friends there that I became friends with. All of them are male. I will call them A, B, C, and D as pseudonyms. Just before the summer vacation of our sophomore year, friend A saved his part-time job money and suddenly bought a car. It was used, of course, but I remember being surprised because we all had a driver's license but not enough money to buy a car. My friend A, who had bought a car, suggested that the 5 of us, including me who was always with him, go for a drive. So where to go? We discussed. First of all, the day we were going had to be a day when we could all have the same day off from our part-time jobs. This was, well, no problem, but we disagreed on where to go. I want to go a sightseeing spot, B and C want to go to the sea, and D wants to go to the mountains to see the night view. We talked endlessly. At this point, A, the owner of the car, broke the silence and suggested that we go to T-Tunnel, a famous haunted place. The departure time was 8 p.m. He said, "It's famous for being haunted, but there are plenty of tunnels with rumors like this, so let's go there." We were so excited and decided to go. Then, the day of the event came. My friend A picked up me, B, C, and D in the car and we started our drive to the tunnel. In the car on the way to the tunnel, we enjoyed the 1.5-hour drive, excitedly talking like young people that there was no way spirits could appear, but we were looking forward to it. The tunnel at our destination was on an old road, no longer in use, and only young people like ourselves came to test of courage. The road was narrow and cars could barely pass each other, which was quite eerie. My friend A drove the car and stopped at the end of the tunnel. We got out and decided to explore the tunnel on foot. My friend A had prepared flashlights for all of us, so we each took one and headed for the tunnel. However, I had a small business to attend to, so I was told to come back later, so I had no choice but to go out and follow the others with my flashlight on. Then, something strange happened. Out of the 4 flashlights that were supposed to be going slowly, one of them had stopped. At first I thought one of my friends was waiting for me, so I hurried toward the flashlight, but they did not get very close, and eventually I went out the exit. I went to the exit and found A, B, and C waiting for me at the exit, but D was nowhere to be seen. I asked, "Where's D?" And they said he had gotten lost. Lost. There was no side road in the tunnel. Nowadays, we would have called D's cell phone, but this was a time when there were no PHS or pagers, let alone smartphones. We must search for D, so we decided to hold each other's hands and turn back the way we came, with our flashlights on, in case we lost each other again. As we were going back the way we came, we all noticed that a flashlight was on at the halfway point of the tunnel. We were relieved to think that D was doing this as a joke to surprise us at the halfway point. But the light did not get closer to us for any length of time, and when we came to, all 4 of us were at the exit on the other side again. When I turned around again and looked at the tunnel, the flashlight was still on. I told them that the same thing had happened earlier on me. It was too dark to see the expressions on everyone's faces, but I am sure they were all pale with fear. For the first time, my clothes were soaked with what I called cold sweat. A said, "All right, let's get in the car and drive to the light." But we never reached the light even with the car and just went through the tunnel. We were helpless, so we decided to get back to the town and call the police. It was late at night and in the mountains, so the police could not start searching immediately and began the search the next morning. Police dogs were sent out, and 4 of us followed with them. Some of the police dogs stopped and barked in the middle of the tunnel, and some dogs looked frightened. We did not find D, but only a flashlight and a hat that D liked to wear fell in the middle of the tunnel. There were no bloodstains of any kind. The police investigated this as the incident, accident, and disappearance, but in the end, D is still missing 20 years later. The 4 of us who were playing together became suspects at one point, and the police were furious with us. I felt bad about what we had done to Dee's parents, and I told my friends that we should go apologize to them with four of us. However, A and B said that they had not committed any crime and there was no need to apologize, and not only that, they themselves had been treated as suspects by the police, so they did not seem to want to apologize. C and I contacted D's parents and apologized to them for our careless behavior that led to D's disappearance. D's parents gave us a kind word and told us to live without forgetting him. Shortly thereafter, A and B, who had not gone to apologize, died in a car accident one after the other. I don't know if there would be any connection between the accidents and Dee's disappearance. Yes, I don't know.